Okay, I just thought this was worth a video because we got the HV unit out. Okay, obviously I've stripped this one previously, so there's no connections as such. But crucially, you have to take out all the high voltage connections. Okay, which there's some pickies about, but basically one's in there, and the other one goes there. It's that one, and basically if you just take the nuts off, obviously you can slot it out as long as you undo these two things here. Right, the reason why I did this was to get at the position sensors. Okay, while we're there, okay, just for anybody who wants this, okay, so we've got two coolant hoses, one in, one out. I did lose a little bit because I took the top hose off. As you can see, there it is. You can see it. But I took this hose off because this tank was empty actually in this one. It must have all flowed out, and so the hose didn't have any in there. But so I just hooked it up there. It didn't seem to spill. But when I actually moved the unit, it then started flowing out. So I'll put it back on. That's the only real kicker with that one. There's a mounting underneath here, which is actually where's it gone? That there. See? That kind of goes up the side. You see these things poking out from the side. I think they must be lubrication. Not sure there because it goes into the top there somewhere. Okay, so that fastens two nuts there into those two holes there. So just take that off. There's an earthing strap which I'll show you. This earthing strap here. Okay, which fastens. I don't know if you can see it. There you go, earthing strap, which fastens underneath there. Okay, there is one. And that fixes to this bolt, so just take that one off, and then it really does genuinely come free. These are bolted to the back. You've got 4 points where it's actually fastened. One here, which is that one, and then you've got one here, which is that one, and then at the back on the corner you've got this one. Obviously I've rotated this around 90 degrees, and that fixes to there. Okay, and then here these two bolts, okay, are these two guys here. So if you undo all those, then mechanically it's separate. Okay, you've got to take all these connections off, which are just pop offs, so that's no problem. You don't need to take that off, but undo these clips down here so it frees it, and then you can get it up. Undo your high voltage. This is for the motor generator attached to the engine, and then the one over there, you basically just simply take them out. 3 bolts. Okay, and inside there's a picture of it, but basically you take those 3 bolts off and it comes out once you undo the actual electrical connections. Okay, so that's the actual traction motor. That's the one that's underneath here. Okay, you got 2. You got one there, which is the starter generator, and then you got one under here, which is the traction motor, and it does regen as well. Okay, that is the coolant pump. That's something which tends to go faulty, and you have to take out the HV unit to get to it. You really don't have an option. There's no real way to do anything else. Okay, but it took me about an hour, and it would. The fact that I've gutted it is irrelevant. Okay, you just need to undo the HT connections, and then you can get it out. That's pretty much it as far as I remember. Right, to the business. Okay, so if we move this, okay, this is the starter generator. We move that out of the way, and then down there, this, ooh, if I can get my head out of the way, that is one of the sensors. That one down there is a sensor. Okay, I don't know which one it is yet. And then there's another one which is just behind it. If I can get to it, there. Okay, so that's one sensor there. That's the other sensor there. Okay, this is stammering a bit, I know, but I've unplugged one of them, which is actually that one there. You can see it's off. So that's one and the other. I don't know which one's which yet, but we obviously have the position sensors there. So what I can do now is I can start experimenting with the voltages and find out which one's which. And that's it. That's what I was after, position sensors. So now, I was hoping I wouldn't have to take out the engine to do that, or the whole engine transaxle, and obviously I don't. So that's good. I can access them. Right then, there we go. Bit of a mess there, there you go.